Hey, it is Friday the 13th of October. What a good day to have this video. Friday the 13th. And we're coming up on Halloween. That's always fun for Friday the 13th. But this is definitely not a good chart to look at. Very sad. This right here are like teardrops for me. Beep, 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 beep. And of course, at its max, when I was going over those every other day or so, I hit 70%, and then it just dropped almost all the way down to my break-even point there. Very, very sad. So, I want to tell you my journey, because I mean, look at this stuff, man. When we first got in it, right back here, boom, and then it just kept going up like crazy, and I just happened to click right on that thing, right up until it hit that mark that they had before. See, we even went above it. So the charts are saying that it was, that 57 was the max, but we went above that mark, and then all of a sudden it dropped again like crazy. And so here's my journey. I'm going to show you. I put a little mark up here. So about, I don't know, a couple of years ago, I started off with stocks and stock options and Forex, and made some money, lost some money. Ultimately, I was too emotional, so I just lost money, and I'm like, ugh, got to get out of this stuff. And so someone turned me on to COTPS, and I don't know if any of you have been in this long enough to remember that. I'm sure some of you are. But that was like arbitrage trading, and you give them money and then they just run away with it. So that was a big bummer. I was like, hey, this thing's cranking, and all of a sudden they just rug pulled. That was my first experience with a rug pull. I was like, huh, that kind of sucks. Is there anything we can do about it? And I soon found out there was nothing you can do about it. So, but at the same time, I did get into Novatech and was in that for over a year, and that was a good thing. I got into that, and it was just paying your 3% a week, and I found that to be really quite satisfying, especially because it was around for 3 years before I got into it, and then I got into it for over a year, and it was paying good. I can't remember what month it was, but there was the month that they last paid out in the main account with Novatech, and I asked for so I was up at $200,000, so I asked for $90,000 to be taken out, and I was going to put it into my unnamed account down here, this project, and like 4 days later was the 6th, and that was like the last day they ever gave anybody money from their main account. So I actually received the $90,000. I was just happenstance and lucky. But over the year, I definitely made my money back and more, and so I was happy with that. I was like, hey, this is success. After that, I definitely needed Novatech. Of course, if I had like 3 in a row that were bad, I probably would have never kept in it, so I'd have saved a lot of money. Anyway, so Novatech was good, but it's still just dead in the water. Like, they don't communicate, but you can still sign in and see your big money in there, and so hopefully one of these days it'll come back and say something. Then I got into World OTC, and that was kind of like COTPS, which was real stupid of me to do. But I put money into that, and I didn't even break even on that, so I lost money on that. Paraiba, I don't know if any of you remember that one. Trilliant / unique exchange. I still have like $22,000 in unique exchange that is stuck because they won't do any withdrawals on that. I do have it in Trilliant and working for me, but it's pretty low as far as the staking on that, which is crazy. But I did realize if you take it out and actually cash it out, they use like a 7 times lower price to get it out. So I'm like, that's not worth it. So my 22,000 would be like $3,000 that I would get total. Anyway, pretty sad. DeFi AI, tried that. So I started trying to do the auto trading and the DeFi AI trading stuff. I can auto trade, put money in that, lost it. The bot, worked okay when it was going your way, but it just wasn't perfected by then. And I still don't think it's perfected, of course. I mean, with Wolf Capital, with Trav and Wolf Capital, it just, you can still have someone watching it and get emotional and crash it. So then I got into PGT, which is the trading, Prosperity Gym trading. And it was Manny's, one of his first projects. And I put 5,000 in there, and amazingly, he got, it basically couldn't do the trading. I guess he got caught by the SEC or something. So he couldn't do the trading part. And so he went into PGM, Prosperity Gym mining. And that didn't work. He said he bought all these machines, but the thing was, this right here, PGT, he actually refunded everyone their money. It was crazy. So he refunded everyone their money, and I got one of mine was one of the last ones because everyone was just barely getting in this. So I was one of the bigger ones. But I did get my 5,000, whatever back, 5,500. So I got the gains on it. Plus he left like 200,000 in there for you to just keep getting your 2% a day until it ran out. But then he started PGV, the ventures, and because he did that refund, I was like, man, this guy is pretty good. He's at least a stand-up citizen. And so when PGV hit, I put all that money in there, and I put a lot more in there. And that was when I decided, you know what, I'm going to start doing a channel and have it start talking to people about getting into this one, because they can make some really good money. 2% a day, I mean, that's insane, and it was. And anyway, everyone that knows the whole saga behind Manny and PGV, he strung us along for 6 months saying, oh, we're going to do it tomorrow, and we're going to do it Friday, oh, and this and that happened, and they held it in here and couldn't do that. He set up a whole nother website that was supposed to be a friend, and anyway, that was a nightmare, and I lost a lot of money in there. But I did take enough out to put into this unnamed project. So that was, I still made money, even though the chunk that was left in there was heartbreaking. I was really hoping that I'd get that. But while I was doing that, I was videoing, and I got into crypto program, and that thing exploded, and that thing went really well, and made a lot of money in that one. I was definitely in it more than 4 months. So I got my money back plus, and then I started putting money back into it and making more money. And this one was a referral program. And so because I started, doing the influencing thing on YouTube, that thing really went crazy. It was pretty awesome. But of course, it changed to AM systems, and then it went to this, they just said that too many people are scamming the system. So their system went down, and they said it was going to be down for 3 or 4 months, which is unheard of. Like, you couldn't get up faster than that. So basically it was like a soft pull saying, hey, we'll be back. I say soft pull, but we're still 2 months away from the 4 months being up. So I'm praying that one comes back, but heavily doubt it. I don't know. Haven't seen many things come back, so that's why I say that. Novatech still out, still out. Yeah. So then I got into Solar Road, and wow, that thing went crazy. And I had some people that followed me into that, and they rug pulled after $90 million was stolen. PGV was over $60 million stolen. Crypto program, there's a lot of money in that just stopped. I got into DeFi snipers, and that one crashed and burned. He did give his whatever was left over back to all the NFT holders. So it was just a drop in the bucket of what we invested, but it was still, it was like 15% or something like that. So we got money back there. He was at least saying, hey, we crashed. They actually they were heavily invested in Wolf Capital. And so when that thing stalled out and died, so did DeFi snipers. Voltec, I got into that, but we're just getting pennies back on that every time. And I think they were into Wolf Capital too. So I got into a couple of them there that were basically into a lot of different things that I didn't want to just get into these different things and have them rug. So anyway, I got into the ones that are kind of like a ETF, but they didn't really work out. This one's still up, but it's pretty slow. Wolf Capital, of course, I started putting money into that and got 20, 25 people to follow me into that because of my channel, and that definitely rug pulled. But they're supposed to come back too. Trav said that the first little payouts that are going to be coming in, ROI payouts, are going to be the end of November. So he has still another month and a half to try and get that thing back up and running. And then down to the last few, I figured elephant money. I thought, wow, that has survived the big crash that it had, the exploit, and it's coming back, and everything looked really strong. And when I got into it, it was pretty darn strong, and it was right at, after it was kind of flatlining there a little bit, and then it started just going up, and I got into that, I thought, at the perfect time, which really it was, and put heavily into it. So, and of course, my doing my everyday thing and showing you my journey, and people came on to the partnership hopefully just to save the 1.5%. But I still feel bad because they were after me, and a lot of them, like half of those, came in pretty late in the game when they saw this going up like this. So I'm sure they got in right in here, and then it just went bonkos. Still believe in this project heavily. Like, the community's awesome, BT is awesome. SK is so awesome about this project. Very informative. It does just need to get some people to believe in it again, and it'll start going up. Because I know Bertha and everything is still just eating away. Even when they're selling, she's eating away. So she's storing it up in the graveyard. So it's not like there's going to be the two biggest players are never going to rug pull on it, or sell, in other words, and have it tank. This is just some other people that just got out. They got in here and they saw it start going down. They're like, holy crap. And so they just got out fast. So basically, I'm in EMP. I am in Elephant Money. I did take some money out. I just didn't want to get below where I was breaking even and then just hold it, especially if it starts doing the 1 year comeback. I will definitely be putting money back into Elephant Money. It's just one of those projects I think that is going to stand the test of time and be really good. EMP, I'm into that. Still waiting for Fusion to open up, which is what I want to get into. But their whole ecosystem is absolutely amazing. And then, of course, I've stored away things that I've made here. I've stored away into my unnamed project. And this is my sad journey. I've lost so much money. But when I started to get into it, it was that dang Manny kid that made me think I can help some people out, earn 2% a day. So I thought that would be good to start showing people on YouTube. But people lost money there. Solo Road, everyone that followed me into all these other ones that have stalled out or gone under. And Novatech, when that stalled out, I had several people, because that one kept going. I was able to still influence on that one. So anyway, just what a journey. And so I'm pretty tapped out. I don't really want to have people come into something that loses out anymore. It's kind of weighing on my soul. And I know I can say, that little thing at the beginning that says I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm not. And I definitely, but everyone says that they kind of like the way I'm more chill about it and just kind of relaxed. I'm not hyped up and trying to hype anything up. I'm just telling you what I'm doing, and if it sounds good, people get into it. But right now I'm going to do some more futures as far as compounding. So I'm going to put another 200 in here. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to hit approval. I'm going to do 200 max there, or approval. Click. All right, then I'm going to go to futures and do deposit. Put 200 in there. And do deposit. Same old thing every week. We'll do a confirm. Almost got 3K in there. 0.5% a day is a wonderful yield for a savings account there. That is awesome. Can't wait for that to just keep growing. My 5 NFTs, up to 15 million on that one. I'll just let that keep growing for another week and put it in when it's around 30. And I did do the trumpet, so I might as well just look and see. Yeah, it was 1.86 when I bought it, so it's going up. 186 trunk worth. Very good. So I'll just keep doing the little parts of Elephant Money. And when Fusion comes in, I'll definitely show you about what I do on that, or how I did that. But as far as being on every day or every other day or so, I think I'm just gonna chill out. Not gonna just hit it hard and heavy anymore. This kind of broke my heart right here, and a lot of people, and I'm sure the people that came into it with me there are not too happy with that, especially if they got in right up here. I mean, I luckily got in a month ago, or a couple months ago now, but man, I was looking forward to that at least going till the end of the year. That would have been so awesome. But we'll close it down from there. And BT's been on several times, but I won't post anything at the end of this one. This one's probably long enough. All right, folks, have a wonderful weekend. And it is cold and freezing up here. It was like 39 degrees coming down the canyon today, coming to work. But we will chat with you next week sometime. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.